Hello, welcome. Thanks for staying. And this is Prime Business with me, Emma Davis. The price of cocoa has started dropping on the international market. Analysts say it has gone down by some 20% after reaching more than $10,000 a ton. So what do farmers make of this development and the current conditions in the cocoa growing areas? I'm joined by a cocoa farmer who is also the president of Sefi Bekwai Cocoa Farmers Cooperative Union, Isifu Isaka. Thank you very much, Isifu, for making time. Can you tell us what the international market prices, the impact is having on you?
Yes, the cocoa production or the price of cocoa at the international level is moved by speculation. When people agitate that the production will go high, then the price begins to go down. So recently there is information casting around that Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire, who produces over 65% of the cocoa, because of the weather pattern, it will happen that Ghana will produce more. So companies have decided to bring down the price. Just is by speculation. But in reality, that is not what we are seeing at the field. So
you're saying you're going to produce more despite aging cocoa trees?
I'm not saying...
there's a projection that you'll be producing more?
By the companies. When they see that supply is exceeding demand, then they begin to bring down the price. And that is what they are saying. But as a farmer, I'm not seeing that way.
Okay, so as a farmer, what do you say?
Yes, I see repetition of last year's production. Nothing much is happening. Just that Cocoa Board is doing its best by improving production, bringing out with production enhancement programs like pruning, rehabilitation, and the rest. But still, I could see that much is not given out in terms of the weather pattern and what we are seeing on the grounds.
Right. Government recently, would you say that affects your farmgate prices? Because I know government recently worked around something. Are you okay with it, or you still want an improvement?
Yes, I'm okay with the price, because if you see currently Ghana, the model we use to market our cocoa beans, as a farmer, I should be okay, because we have already sold our cocoa bean. So the government considered it that, yes, we have already done the forward sales, but still, you have to cushion the farmers. And we have been smuggling cocoa from Ghana to Cote d'Ivoire, and Cote d'Ivoire began to increase their price. So if the government of the day do not increase the price for the cocoa farmers, most of our cocoa beans will be found outside Ghana. So I think, in other way, it was the best decision that the government took.
So what are some of the challenges you'd want, further engagement with governments?
Yes, for me, what I'm seeing now is about galamsey. In fact, the surface mining is causing doom in the cocoa sector. Today, we met with the CEO of Cocoa Board, and I was telling him, I was frank and fair to him, that what we are seeing on the field with the issue of illegal mining or community-based mining, the way our cocoa production is going down because of galamsey, the government have to set up. We have to stakeholder engagement, traditional leaders, farmers, everybody have to come on board, because we are losing the fight. Now in the Ashanti region, the Eastern region, Western North, wherever cocoa is, there is no single stream or river that cocoa farmers can boast of. And you know that rivers and streams serve as the main source of cocoa activities. And we have lost all our river bodies. So cocoa farmers now have to buy water from the cities, transport it to the cocoa farms before they can get access to spraying and other things. So to me, I see that at the moment we are now, the difficulties cocoa farmers are facing is by the issue of illegal mining or open pit mining. But with the other factors like climate change and the rest, I think it is easy to cope with.
So going forward, how do you foresee, or what do you foresee the sector being like in a few years to come?
Few years to come, I will stand here and say that the cocoa sector will be in danger. The cocoa sector will be in disastrous, because if how we are seeing things, it continues to repeat itself by 2 or 3 years, by the next 5 years, Ghana may not be able to produce 200,000 metric tons of cocoa. But don't forget that in history, Ghana has been the first producer of cocoa in the global world, and now we are the second largest producer. But if care is not taken, if government institutions, stakeholders did not set up, Ghana may lose our position, and even to fifth, we may not get.
If you say if government doesn't sit up, aside illegal mining, what else? What else should they look at?
Yes, I think government have to do so many things. I see that government is supporting the farmers, but with the issue of value addition, for instance, now you can place order to Ghana cocoa processing company or niche. They will tell you they can't get you cocoa butter, cocoa liquor, or cocoa powder because the demand is very high. So if we have the demand for all this product, what are we waiting for? Why do we always export our raw beans without adding value to our product? Now cocoa butter is around triple of the cocoa beans we are exporting. So why are we losing all these monies to the other value chain actors? People process the cocoa, they get $1 billion profit at the end of the year, and we produce the cocoa, and at the end, we make losses. Why should Cocoa Board be making losses? Whilst if we add value addition to our cocoa beans, we'll be making more profits. Some companies are making $1 billion profit out of processing. And as a country, what are we prioritizing at? So for me, I believe that it's good the government or Ghana as a country will sit down, we industrialize the cocoa sector, make sure we add value to our cocoa than exporting the raw product always.
That's before you go. My engagement with a friend or a colleague in the sector revealed that some cocoa farmers are cutting down their trees for rubber plantation and other forms of, plants. Well, what do you have to say about this? Is there a way you can go about it? Is it because the sector is no longer producing a lot of revenue? And are the youth also losing focus? Are they also not, interested anymore in the sector?
Yes, the person may be true because the attraction that should bring the youth into the cocoa sector is not there. Farmers, we feel like for so many years, cocoa farmers have not been paid good price. And this is not happening in Ghana only. It stands from the international level down to the countrywide level. So to me, I feel there should be enough incentives. At first, cocoa farmers were having scholarship for their children. Today, it's not there again. And now, with the cocoa beans, you have to invest much. Now, you need irrigation. You have to be doing pruning. You have to be doing spraying, regular weeding. And the prices that comes in are not able to pay for the cost that farmers incur. So farmers feel like, why should I be making losses to still be in this business? So people are getting out. And the youth too are not seeing this sector as a motivation sector. So they are also engaging in other plantation, as you said. Now, if you go to the field, most farmers have left. They are now going to rubber plantation. Others are going to other farming. And I think we have to sit down and know our priorities as a country. The cocoa sector, what do we have to do to regain the love that farmers were having some years back, so that at least we can see the youth, we should motivate the youth in the sector. Within that, the cocoa sector will be in bleak in the next couple of years.
Thank you very much, Isifu, for
making
welcome. Time. Isifu Isaka is the president of the Seshi Farmers Association. Still in the agric sector, the President Farmers Association of Ghana says they are still angered by the government's decision to permit some organizations to import genetically modified organism foods into the country. At the inaugural celebration of Peasant Farmers Day at Navrongo in the Upper East region, President of the association, Pierre Awal, said they found it strange that the government would make such a decision when many farmers have their produce rotting away on the farms without a ready market. Correspondent Albert Sori reports.
The Peasant Farmers Association of Ghana, PFAG, instituted the Peasant Farmers Day celebration to recognize the contribution of ordinary Ghanaian farmers to the development of the country. The maiden celebration was held at Navrongo here in the Upper East region, and the celebration will be held every year from now onwards. The two-day celebration began with a workshop where the peasant farmers were educated on agroecology farming to better position them to be able to apply natural farming methods. The workshop was held concurrently with an agribusiness exhibition. The second day of the Peasant Farmers' Day celebration was used to award some of the farmers for their work in various areas of agriculture, with some of the award winners taking home prizes such as refrigerators, washing machines, television sets, and farm inputs. Despite their excitement, some of the award winners said they faced many challenges.
I did sorghum, that was last year. And when I started harvesting, I had a problem because my crops were ready when the rains were still coming. So I had to put in extra strategies to make sure my yield didn't go bad. So I had to buy more tarpaulins, get more labor to help me do the harvesting. And in all, it was very, very well.
If it is a farm season and a man is running after a tractor and a woman too is running after a tractor, it's the man who will get it first. We the women normally get it late hour. And if you go into do the farming and you do it late, you come and harvest low. You won't get a high yield.
The major challenges were pest infestations and also rainfall that came late in the season.
You need capital, you need fertilizer, you need insecticides and all those kind of things. So we really need support from government.
President of the Peasant Farmers Association of Ghana, Wepia Awal Adugwala, said despite the challenges they go through, peasant farmers have managed to produce enough food to feed the country.
Since 2022, 21, 22, we are now, of course, we are in 24. The farmers have not had any form of support from government. And that is why, again, we are stating on this platform. If you look at the last season, for example, these farmers have been able to produce enough rice and enough maize, but there's no market for it. The farmers have produced enough rice, there is no market, and the high cost of production too is very high as we speak. If you go to the open market, fertilizer and other agrochemicals, the prices are so high.
He re-emphasized the peasant farmers' dissatisfaction with the government's decision to grant permits for some organizations to import genetically modified organisms, GMO foods, into the country.
With no form of support from government, yet they have been able to produce this. Maize is the same thing. Right now, our farmers are depending on Togolese and Burkinabés to come inside the country and buy the maize. So this came as a surprise to us when government, through the National Biosafety Authority, gave permits to some particular individuals or organizations to import GMO foods into this country. Particularly, they were looking at maize and then soya bean. But for us, in Peasant Farmers Association, we have always cherished our traditional seeds. That is why we have indicated over the years, our scientists in Ghana are capable of using traditional breeding methods to improve upon the seeds we have.
Former Executive Director of the Peasant Farmers Association of Ghana, Dr. Charles Inyaba, said one of the major reasons for instituting the Peasant Farmers' Day celebration was that in the 17 years since the association was first formed, peasant farmers have been denied the recognition they deserve, sometimes due to political reasons.
Information reaching us from our members that in most occasions, even this Department of Agriculture, who do assessment of best farmers, when they present the list to the district chief executive, they cross-check the names to see whether you belong to a particular political party. Once you don't belong to that party, they put your name aside, which we think food has no political colors. So what we are doing, our awardees lists are emanating from the farmer groups themselves.
For Joy News, Albert Sorry, Navrongo.
She was born into a traditional farming family and naturally developed love for agriculture. But her love grew beyond the use of hoes and cutlasses to include operating tractors on farmlands. 28-year-old Peace Ayiku is looking at crushing boundaries of tradition to venture into a space dominated by men. Agriculture mechanization. Enjoy Prime's latest feature titled The She Mix. My colleague Emmanuel Jivanu traveled to the Adidome Farm Institute and filed this report.
It is a quiet revolution taking place, fueled not by defiance, but by determination. Young ladies from the Adedome Farm Institute, in a field long dominated by men, agriculture mechanization.
For me, the one that makes me more happy, though I started with farming, with the mindset of farming, but when I got here and trying laying hands on the machines, it seems I love the machines more than.
Breaking barriers, challenging stereotypes, and yearning to modernize agriculture, these promising students are crushing the notion that some fields are reserved for one gender.
They mostly say that what is men's work that ladies cannot do. What men can do, women can do it more. It's not just a saying. I saw it on telly myself, a lady operating a JCB. And so I was like, meaning is real, that what men can do, we can also do it better.
Peace Ayuku, raised by farming parents, is looking at going beyond the boundaries of tradition. Inspired by a news feature of a woman operating a tractor, a resolve to challenge stereotypes is unwavering.
It gives me some confidence that if I get the chance, I'll also learn how to do that.
As they maneuver through the fields, they are not just operating a tractor, but steering a path towards a future where gender does not determine one's role in agriculture.
If I am able to undergo this training and I complete, let's say I attempt to do my own farming, I know how to operate my machines, it will make it very easy for me. And so everything here was very excited and I was very happy about the institute.
Oil, at the same time, fuel. So that's a situation where you see colorful smoke coming from the Azores.
There appears to be high demand for skilled female tractor operators on commercial agriculture farms.
Women have been observed to be very efficient and take very good care of the tractors, the environment, and then the personnel, that is the people on the tractor and the colleagues around. So women have proved to do very well in these areas, and I think that is why we have a lot of companies very particular about recruiting female tractor operators.
These ladies challenging norms and plowing their way into a brighter, gender-inclusive future for agriculture in Ghana. Emmanuel Jivenu, Joy Prime.
Away from agriculture to banking, the interim managing director of Absa Bank Ghana, Adolphe Pega, has underscored the need to develop the financial literacy of the youth in the country to ensure a sound economic future. According to him, building the financial knowledge base of the future generation will birth a generation that will contribute to the socio-economic prospects of the country. He spoke to Joy Business at the launch of the Absa Money Matters initiative.
Absa Bank's Money Matters initiative aims to offer comprehensive financial literacy across Ghana to empower communities, especially students, with essential knowledge and skills for financial management. With a target to impact over 60,000 students in its first phase, the launch of the project witnessed the gathering of students from selected senior high schools. Interim Managing Director of Absa Bank Ghana, Adolphe Pega, explains the rationale for the project.
But tomorrow is about the future, and the youth are the future that we talk about. And therefore, Absa decided to focus on the development and education of the youth, where we want to equip them with financial literacy. With that, we expect that they will be able to become more responsible, financial literate adults. They will play better roles in the economic society, which also means that as our clients, they will be able to understand the products and services we avail to them better, and together the society will be better off.
Nana Esilfua Tamaklo, Director of Marketing and Corporate Affairs, shares the expected outcome of the project.
Our financial literacy program, as you have seen the launch of the Money Matters today, is one of our flagship programs. Now, for this Money Matters that we just launched, we are hoping to impact about 60,000 plus students across 4 main regions in Ghana. And for that, we're reaching about 300 schools. And this is what we hope to do.
On her part, Principal of the National Banking College, Gloria Darlene Corte, noted that the initiative will birth a transformational generation.
We know that in building the economy, it's important that we cultivated particular habits. Over time, we've had young people following through peer pressure, through the new things that are coming out, and of course, with the expanse of technology, are being able to venture into areas that they otherwise would not have gotten to. And this is what ABSA seeks to do. And for us, we think that it is a step in the right direction, and we would support it any day.
The ABSA Money Matters initiative is powered by ABSA Bank with support from the National Banking College and the Young Investors Network.
The Ghana Exim Bank has emphasized the importance of exporting Ghanaian products to foreign missions as a way of promoting the country economically. Head of SME banking at Exim Bank, Bright Daku, believes the move will potentially create an opportunity or an easy market for Ghanaian businesses. There is more in this report.
Our next line of action is in two folds. Is try to take this two-day market overseas. Try to take some of the vendors to overseas to attend international fairs where they'll be able to meet global buyers. Okay, and secondly, to be able to support them financially, to be able to acquire the necessary equipment to upscale their productions and be able to produce more so that they can take advantage of both local, regional and continental markets. Okay, currently, the SME portfolio of the bank is 143 million Ghana cedi. And we are hoping to increase that to 160 million by the end of the year. What we expect the outcome to be is that we expect more factories to be established by these SMEs. We expect them to get new machines so that they can upscale their production. We expect them to get the necessary working capital out of this loan that will be given them to be able to meet the demands of their customers. We expect that this additional funding that will be given from now to the end of the year will create more jobs, and it will also be able to reduce imports of goods from the country. When we reduce import, we save the country the needed foreign exchange that we direly need to bring in goods in future.
Entrepreneur in You is catching on. In an interactive correspondence with the media at the just-ended MIG Business Forum, Dr. Maxwell Ampon engages the youth to look at the effects of financial literacy on their post-retirement financial security.
The reason why we organized the second version or the volume 2 of the Maxwell Investment Group Business Forum, we were thinking about the topics, and then we realized that the years come by very quick of late. So wouldn't it be fantastic if you could talk to yourself in the next 20 years and ask yourself, how was it like? Just like you heard with Dr. Amwa with his first presentation, these pensioners said that if they knew what they did, they would have done things differently. And that is what sparked this between this idea with I and my team, whom I am eternally grateful for helping organize this event, together with, of course, our partners, the legal firms that are here, the security traders that are here, the pensioners themselves that are here, NIC, MPA, MPRA. We'd like to thank all of them for being here. But basically, the topic of the effects of financial literacy on post-retirement financial security, we find as very vital to both our lives as young people. I am not that old, I'm not that young, but I'll be very old very soon. Point I'm trying to make is that we cannot be sitting in the present, ignoring what is coming in the future. It is imminent. And learning from past mistakes, being told about this situation from those that are already in their golden era, we find it invaluable for both the company, our stakeholders, and Ghana as a beloved nation. Next question, please.
Brought to you by Africa School of Entrepreneurship.
Entrepreneur in You series comes on your screens every Monday and every Thursday on the Prime Business. That's all tonight on Prime Business with me, Emma Davis. For more news, do log on to myjoyonline.com. I leave you with international business. Have a good evening.